Hello students, now we'll start our second chapter, that is microorganisms, friends and foe. Microorganisms, micro. These are micro means minute or very small organisms. Friends means they are helpful and foe means they are harmful. Microorganisms you have already studied in the previous class. These are very small organisms which cannot be seen with the unaided or naked eyes. They can be seen only with the help of a magnifying glass or a microscope. These microorganisms may be unicellular or multicellular. They may exist in alone or in colonies. Microorganisms are also found in all different types of environment like ice cold climate, hot springs, deserts, marshy lands, etc. Microorganism is a very important chapter because it is going to help you out in class 9 also. These microorganisms are also found inside the human body. You might be shocked about it. Let's see. A microorganism, a microbe, is an organism which is very microscopic. That means which cannot be seen with the open eyes or naked eyes. You need a magnifying 100 times magnification for seeing a minute organism. You can see some of the pictures given there. These are all microorganisms, and the study of microorganisms is called as microbiology. Microorganisms, as you know, they are categorized into different groups such as protozoa, algae, fungi, bacteria, and viruses. Most microorganisms are beneficial. For example, there are microorganisms in our large intestine that synthesizes vitamins and allows them to absorb into the bloodstream. Now, these classifications, the major groups are bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and algae. Viruses are also microscopic but are different from other microorganisms. Why? The question might be coming because they reproduce only one cell of the host of themselves is inside a host organism. That means a living organism they require for their own reproduction, which may be a bacteria, a plant, or an animal. Let's see in details. First of all, study about bacteria. Bacteria are single-celled microbes. Bacteria are classified into 5 groups according to their shapes. These are given in your books also. Spherical, corky, rod shape, spiral, comma, etc. Here is a picture you can see of a bacteria and the different parts of it. Next is your fungi. These are non-green plants. They cannot synthesize their own food. That means there is absence of chlorophyll in them. They have to depend on other for their food. Most fungi take their food from the dead and organic matter. Some of them live on other organisms. You can see I have given an example of mushroom. Next is your protozoa. These are unicellular animals. Some are free living, others are parasitic. Several parasitic protozoans cause disease in human beings, domestic animals, and plants. For example, Plasmodium, a protozoan, causes malaria, which is very common to you. You know about it, malaria. You can see the classification of protozoans are there on the basis of the locomotion. That means on the basis how they move. Some move by the help of a false feet, which is called as pseudopodia, amoeba. Some move with the help of cilia. You can see the long hair-like structures are called as cilia. Some are non-motile, that means non-movable. They cannot move, they are fixed in one place. And some are having flagella, that means flag-like, or you can say leaf-like structure to move around. Next we'll study about algae. Algae are green substances floating on the surface of a pond, lake, river, stagnant water. moist soil, stones. You have seen greenish color carpet like thing over the area of water, mostly in the rainy seasons. They tend to grow on wet surfaces. Therefore, they can synthesize their own food. They are found in water or in very moist places. Means moist means nummy, where there is water. In those places they are found. Now we'll discuss about virus. The virus is very common and you are knowing about it. Now as you can see, the virus, the coronavirus, which is highly affecting all over India, and several patients are dying because of it. So you are now knowing what is virus. You may be surprised to know that the virus can be crystallized and stored like some non-living things, such as common salt or sugar, which we can store for a longer duration. On the other hand, they multiply like living organisms when they are within a living body. As the example of coronavirus we can take now. When it is outside the body, it is non-active, it's not functioning. But as soon as it enters the human body, it is becoming and acting like a living organism, and that's why it's harming the people. Some of the common viruses which can cause problems in day-to-day life, you know about it, and you have already learnt about some microorganisms in class 6 and 7. So the problems which are you can see in commonly caused by viruses are cold, influenza, which you call flu, and cough. Some serious diseases are also caused by viruses. Polio and chickenpox are as such. Disease causing microorganisms are also called as pathogens. More disease like dysentery and malaria are caused by protozoans, and typhoid and tuberculosis are the disease which are caused by bacteria.